Day 42 of Lessons from My Mom's Camera. I'm gonna cut short the intro, and if you guys are new here, everything's in the description box below. Let's go ahead and watch my mama for today.
Morning. This is going to be either the third time that I'm doing this today or the first, depending on whether the first and second videos got recorded. I am not sure. It says that it did not. So hopefully you're not getting blasted with 3 Facebook Lives for today. Anyway, on the assumption that this is the first time that the video is going live, good morning everyone. It is day 42 of my 77-day challenge, and my quote for today is from Zig Ziglar. It is a very interesting way of being worded. Let me read it. I've got to say no to the good so I can say yes to the best. And note that Zig Ziglar is actually using first person, I. So I'm reading this for myself, and if you feel like it, listen to it and think about it for yourself. I've got to say no to the good so I can say yes to the best. This week is a classic example of me saying yes to so many good things, all of them good, all of them wonderful ways of helping people, of interacting, of growing, of learning. But there's just too many of them. And so yesterday, I literally crashed because I only had 3 hours of sleep the day before. If you listened to my video yesterday, you would have heard that. So in the afternoon, I said, I'm gonna take a quick little nap, maybe 15-20 minutes, set my alarm. I zonked out. I don't know, it was probably about an hour and a half before I finally woke up. The alarm just went past, I didn't hear it. And of course then that created a bit of an issue because then I was up until midnight. My last post last night was, it's midnight, I gotta go to sleep, otherwise I'll turn into a pumpkin. So there's so many times in our lives when opportunities come, invitations, connections, and they're all good. This is not a matter of you got to say no to bad things. No, these are all good things. But there are times in our life when we have to say no, even if they're good, because we need to save some of our time, some of our energy, some of our concentration, so that we can say yes to the really great things, so we can say yes to the best. And I know that's really hard. If you're like me, saying no is hard, especially when it's to something good. Helping people is something good, and it's so hard to say no to it. But we got to learn to do it. Otherwise, we are not there, whether it's physically or emotionally or mentally. We will not be there to say yes when the best comes up. And so thanks to Zig Ziglar for that food for thought. I am going to be working on that. So dear friends out there, if you say, Michelle, hey, can you help me with this? Hey, we're gonna have this event. Hey, and I say no, or maybe I don't say no immediately, but I say, let me think about it, then that is this food for thought in operation. I am thinking about saying no to something that's good so that I will save myself for something that's best. So I love you all, and especially those who have supported this journey from day one or from early in the first week. Good day, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in whatever part of the world. I will see you again tomorrow.
Let me just take a moment to just look at my mom. I was gonna say it doesn't get easier, huh? I think the word easier is not the accurate expression though, because it's not hard right now for me to look at her or accept what is. It's just, I guess there's just things that as human beings it's going to be hard for us to really truly grasp, because reality is just what we perceive it to be. And it's just interesting looking at her video. I guess it's like she's so here, but she's physically not. But look at her. This was a video from 2018. But look at the energy, the radiance, the 3 hours of sleep. Look at that puffy eyes. Oh my gosh, Mom. I also miss Oregon. It's so funny. The things you take for granted when it's just there. Oh, anyway. That's a really powerful quote for today. I am choosing to say no to the good so I can say yes to the best. Yet again, I think for anyone who's just regularly following this journey, I'll say it again. What a timely message. I have my list right here of the things I want to do and the spaces I want to create. And I was just thinking to myself, oh, am I spreading myself too thin? But you know what? She created a buffer by saying, instead of saying, I'm saying no, she said, let me think about saying no to the good so I can save myself for the best. So right now, I'm not going to say no or close off the spaces that I'm planning to create, because I do think that it works to create these spaces for me to be able to do the things I want to do. Okay, let me explain. I love music, I love songwriting, I love playing the guitar, and part of that is the performance aspect. Part of that is just celebrating the craft, or celebrating the practice itself. So I wanted to create or open an account on YouTube so I can just post, not really to, for subscribers or following. It's just to be able to say, I did it, And then I'm also wanting to open up another space for conversations, because the Gemini that I am, just like my mom, I have so many things I want to talk about. And not necessarily to have an audience, but just to be able to witness and to know that I did it. Yet again, that expression, that I did it. I've been contemplating on just creating one space and then sharing it in that one space. But I don't know, it almost feels like I'm diluting each practice by placing it in just one generic container. So now I put my list. I said, open an account for music, open an account. Well, I already did open an account for my conversations. And then I'll have, the conversations with my mom, lessons from my mom's camera. And I think it works. Let's see. That's the thought for today. I mean, I'm so curious for anyone who reached this point, if that's something that you're also debating about today. Or maybe, you know what, this space, this experience is really just between me and my mom. I don't know. But for anyone who's watching, I can't wait. Well, you know what? I will, because it's just a beautiful experience to be just here in this moment. But for the expression itself, I can't wait to meet myself in a year. I don't know how many videos my mom created, but from what I'm kind of gathering, it's almost like 3 cycles. So hopefully we'll reach 1 year. But if I really assimilate and like absorb everything that she's saying, the energy, the radiance, the message, the perspective, the wisdom, can you imagine? Well, guys, I hope you have a great day today, and thank you for sharing this space with us, and we'll see you again tomorrow for day 43.